All right, everybody, welcome to the call today. This is Scott Pierce at Listings to Leads, and we're going to be covering geo-farming and circle prospecting together and how to really use that to grow your business in a way that doesn't take 8 to 9 months like most people are talking about. Like when you go on YouTube or you're talking to people about geo-farming, they talk about thousands of dollars a month and 8 to 9 months, which is just absolutely nuts, right? Who's got time to wait 8 to 9 months to start getting deals and a return on investment from your farm area? So with that said, we're going to do it a lot faster than that. I do want to bring up this comment from a couple of days ago. And let's see here, 15 good leads in 2 weeks. Awesome, Rusty. That's great. Get in the mastermind group. We'd love to hear that in the mastermind group. But continuing here. So September 9th, 2 days ago, one of our clients, I was asking him about his success with, actually got 10 listings with one area with the nearby homeowner letter, which would be one of the things that's part of the geo-farming / circle prospecting. And this is literally word for word from him. For each listing, I generally send 200 to 500 nearby homeowner letters, depending on the size of the subdivision. There is a phenomenal post in the mastermind group with 40 comments from him showing you and walking you through what he does. But there's also other comments. If you get into the mastermind group, there's probably 3 to 4 comments in the top 10 that deal with this right here. All right. You don't need to do exactly what he did, but you need to use this tool and start working it into your business. So again, 2 to 500. Today he's doing a big one, right? 1,000 letters, right? That's a lot. I don't want anyone doing 1,000 letters until you prove that this works for you. It is much better to do 300 3 times than it would be to do 1,000 once. He's been doing this for a couple of years. This is such a powerful part of his business growth strategy that he can do 1,000 because he's already been making a lot of money. But if you're new and you're just starting out with this, just do a couple of hundred. Now I'll get to that a little bit later again. He mostly does it for the sold listings, right? But again, he's been doing this for a while and trying to hit a condo community card, 10 listings, sold 5, 1 pending, 4 current listings. So yeah, awesome stuff. This is the kind of stuff, but a lot more that we're going to cover today. He's already had $100,000 in GCI this year from doing this exact thing, $100,000 from just this alone. So let's get to it. I'm going to spend just a little bit of time here. Get into the mastermind group if you want more information on this. But essentially, when you think about a geofarm, I want you to be thinking about a place or an area with 500 or more homes. All right. Is it a good and up and coming area? Any local trends that might impact the area for good or for bad? Businesses moving in, businesses moving out. Is it easy for buyers to get to? So don't necessarily pick a gated community or a place that's really far out there, right? In the beginning, for your first 1 or 2 geofarms, we want to keep it something that's easy to get to for both us and our buyers. Will there be properties available to do open houses? Open houses are a huge part of geofarming if you want to convert fast. Are you able to drive through the area at least once a week? We don't want to have a farm that we're maybe going to once a month. We want to make sure that we're able to go through there at least once a week. Our home price is within 25% of the median sales price. So here we're talking about, don't go too high luxury. Those homes can take months and months to sell and cost a lot of money to get it done. And don't necessarily want to go too low. So look at being in a kind of the average sales price of the area. Have you ever had, or do you have, or does your office have any listings there that you can leverage while you're building up your brand in that area? So these are all things to consider. And if all of that looks good, then you can continue on to crunching the numbers for that area. So again, real simple. You can take notes. You can watch the recording later. You can pause this, but find the total sales volume, the number of sides, the turnover rate for that area. And then think to yourself, if you got 10% of that, would that be enough to make money? And again, this is what I'm saying is you don't want to pick a geo farm where there's not even enough listings to make any money off of, right? You're not going to get 100%. You're not going to get 50%, at least not in the first year. So would 10% of the total business, right? So there's 10 sales, that's 20 sides. Would 10% of that be enough to make money? And then do you have the money, the time, and the desire to get it done? And that's really what we're going to talk about today, because what you're looking at here is 18 touches a year minimum, right? 12 mailers, 4 calls, 2 events, and then some different little community pop-up events. And some of that we'll be talking about here today on this call. So is there any questions about this, right? This is pretty typical, pretty standard, but it's something that I think a lot of people don't necessarily think about when they think about a farm. They just fall into it. It looks good. It feels good. Yeah, let's do it. But they don't even have a feeling for, is there enough turnover? Is there enough business? Is this an area that I like and can get to? So look at all of that, get your farm, and then let's start talking about what we're going to do to get that business in the farm. Our goal is to start off with 200 print pieces. These could be door knocking. This could be door hangers. These could be postcards, right? We got a number of different things that we can do. And we want to increase that by about 50 a month. Yeah, you can do 100 a month. All right. If you don't have the budget, don't do any increase, but don't get inconsistent. Inconsistency is the killer for any kind of marketing or advertising. I don't care if it's social media, database, farm, circle prospecting. Inconsistency is what kills. Never stop doing it, which is why I always say start slow, start easy, keep a good budget, look 4 to 6 months into the future and go, can I keep this up? Because otherwise, don't even start some of this stuff. Now, there's other things, the second half of this call, you can do for free, which is going to absolutely blow up your presence in that farm. But for the postcards, door hangers, and letters, 200 a month. And I'll tell you what, even if you don't have any money with those nearby homeowner letters, you could literally print those up at home and door knock if you have to. You can trifold them. So imagine having the letter, you trifold it and then address it, stamp it, and get it out the door, right? Get in the mastermind group. There's so many people that do a great job with that. We're also going to want to be calling people. So every piece of direct mail has an associated calling script that we can call people. We don't want to just be passive, right? We are salespeople. Part of sales is active, right? Proactive. We don't want to be just passive and hoping business comes to us. For maximum results, for every homeowner, we want to make sure that we get them in our CRM and associated with a follow-up if we can. That's not always possible, but we can always add them to a Facebook custom audience. That's a little bit of an advanced thing, but something to keep in mind as we're marketing to our database, as we're marketing to our farm area, as we're marketing in a circle prospecting strategy, we can add those people to a custom audience. If that audience is 1,000 contacts or larger, which is not that hard to get. Always make sure to invite your leads and your farm to your Facebook page or group. And this is going to help really make sure they see you everywhere. Because if you are doing our social media mastery, you've got 5 posts, you got the 5 video scripts, you got 1 to 5 ads that you're running, they're going to see you everywhere on social media. If you're doing our database mastery, well, we got a couple of emails going out each week to our sellers and to our buyers. And again, we got the associated calling scripts that go with that. You want to make sure you're doing that. That's how you grow your business. And then with this layer, oh yeah, everyone is going to see us all over the place. Now, if you don't have, so you got your geo farm, right? It looks great. You did the numbers. Everything is fabulous. You looked at the feel for the plan. You're good with that. But now you need to get the data. Now you could just go knock on doors and whatever. That's fine. You could just mail a postcard to 300 people and that's fine. But what you could also do is use a program like My Plus Leads, RedX, Batch Leads, and get all the data for that farm that you can then pull into your geo-farm strategy. So let me show you here. Let me bring up on my other monitor, then I'll pull it over. I should have had it up earlier. I apologize, but let me just show you my plus leads so that you can get a feel for what I'm talking about. So a program like here, my plus leads, and again, there's batch leads. Your title company may be able to get this information to you. Remind, if Remind is a benefit that your MLS or broker provides, you might be able to do this with Remind as well. And what I want to show you is under services, they have neighborhood data and they also have likely to list. And they got some other great things as well, right? They got for sale by owner. Listings to Leads has an amazing for sale by owner module. It's absolutely phenomenal. And expired leads. And again, in fact, I'm doing a webinar tomorrow on how to use listings to leads. We have the expired landing pages, ads, posts, flyers, postcards, door hangers. We have so many great things for expired to convert expired homeowners into listings. And I mention that because you will get a lot of use out of this. This is one of the few things I recommend that people do, because this will get you that data so quick. Why wait 2 years to collect all that data from other ways? Why not just get it in 15 minutes so that you can even skip trace it so that you can get phone numbers that you can actually call after you mail them or after you door knock with them. And you get the emails, and then you can upload those emails into the Facebook custom audience. If your CRM allows you to import cold emails to send out in a follow-up, you can do that as well. That's not always possible. Confirm with your CRM if that's the thing. But my point here is you can get, if you leverage it, a lot of business from this, combining this with listings to leads. Highly recommend using a program like that. Again, my plus leads I just showed you, there's batch leads, there's RedX, and there's actually others as well that you can use. And so again, that's going to get you the names, the addresses, the phone numbers, the emails, and it'll give you a lot of other information that you might find pretty valuable as well when you're talking to homeowners. Now, how are we going to start getting listings from this farm now that we've identified it, right? We've got the data for that farm. The number one way is using listings, just like we saw there from that quote from the email that I got from my client 2 days ago, using the nearby homeowner letter for open houses, pendings, and just solds. I will get into the accounts in a little bit here. We're going to walk through that. But if you can do an open house, Listings to Leads has the open house marketing platform, which will get you all the leads for marketing the open house. But we've also got Open House Mastery, which is in your account under the training tab. It's called Open House Mastery. And that is what will convert the leads into buyers and sellers. I cannot recommend that enough because it will walk you through. I took a lot of our top producers, what they were doing for their open houses, and I put it all together for you. And again, it's not just how do I market my open house to get leads? It is how do I conduct an open house so that any person coming through, any person in the area, that you have a higher degree of conversion with that person. I'll show that to you a little bit later, but that's called Open House Mastery. Unbelievable. Because what an open house does is you're in the neighborhood, you'll be marketing to homeowners, you'll be marketing to home buyers. People are going to see you. They're going to see your sign. They're going to see you coming in. They're going to see you leaving. They're going to be seeing you putting up the signs. They're going to be seeing you putting up the banner or the balloons out front. Yes, you will put something out front because this is an event. An event needs to be marketed and conducted like an event, right? We are not secret agents that maybe puts out a little tiny yard sign that there's an open house here, perhaps. No, we're going to do this as an event because we want that neighborhood to know who the heck we are when we come through. So we're going to go big on this. We're not going to spend a ton of money, but we're going to go big so that they know that we're serious about real estate. So open houses are just fabulous. And that, again, that could be yours or borrowed. It doesn't have to be your open house. It does not have to be your listing to use these tools to start converting that farm. And then we got here pending and just sold. So any one of these statuses, whether it's our listing or a listing that we borrow, we can market to the farm to generate leads. And then if you don't have a listing or you just can't get a hold of a listing to market for that month, we got the landing pages and PDF guides. So we got the, what is your home worth? We've got the 100-point home marketing plan funnels. And then there's 40 plus PDF guides for homeowners on the home selling process that you can use as well, that all have door hangers, postcards, letters, and calling scripts. So there's over 50 seller funnels for geo-farming success. Let's get into it. I am in listings to leads, and I'm going to scroll down on the dashboard. Everything I'm talking about here, you can do in a free trial. If you're watching the recording, feel free to pause, go do it, and come back. But I've got an open house for this listing here. And now you saw Corey, right? The person who was talking in the beginning about 10 listings, $100,000 in GCI this year alone from this one tool. He's doing it for a just listed and just sold, but the open house is really where it's at. And so for any listing, click the market listing. And then you're going to see the nearby homeowner letter, which I'll come back to in a second. I just want to show you postcards and door hangers. And then we've got the circle prospecting script. Now, like I said on the document, combining circle prospecting with farming is the fast lane to success when you combine it with what we're going to talk about in the second half. So I'm just telling you, if you can do open houses, oh my gosh, it's going to be so dang good. So here's the script for the open house. Let's come back to the letter though, now that you see the tool set. The letter is awesome. It's editable. And I'll show you that in a second. Let me just show you the basic letter though first. So here's what that letter looks like. That's the listing image on the top. Hello, hope you're having a great week. I'll let you know that we're having an open house on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. They can either go here, they can send a text, scan the QR code, a little bit about some recent listings in the area. And then when this home is sold, you want to get your new home value at here. And this letter, people save this letter. It is so funny. I've had clients tell me that they went on a listing presentation because somebody called them off a letter. And the letter was from 3 months ago and it was just sitting there on their countertop. So these letters people hold on to, and they talk a little bit about the listing that's in their area. It's something different than a postcard. I think postcards, I would use the letters primary. That if I could use a letter, I would use a letter every day. The door hanger would be the second thing I would use, because those you can drop on people's doors, right? Give somebody $20 and say, hey, here's 100 door hangers. Just go drop these off on these streets right here, right? Or give them $30, whatever it is. You do it. That way you're not door knocking. You're just dropping it off on the door. And if somebody happens to be around, you can talk to them. But these letters are absolutely amazing. I've had multiple people tell me that they have set listing appointments by door knocking with these or door dropping with them. So yeah, they're powerful. They work very well. And now again, you could print this up at home and just trifold it right on your desk, right? Put a little sticker on it, address it, stamp it, and you could do 100 of those in probably 30 minutes. It would be easy. You could pay someone to do it. I have a lot of people, they pay a high schooler, they pay an assistant, they pay their kid, whatever it is, they just get it done. They do it while they're watching TV. They do it while they're listening to a podcast, right? It's easy to do. You can also mail it out and have it sent. You can have this mailed, but when it comes as an individual letter, it just gets a lot more opens, right? Because when you send it from a print house, it's got the indicias on it and the crazy stamps across the front, and anything sent through the mail, it'll still work, but it'll just be less effective than if you were to do it the way I just mentioned. And again, get into the mastermind group. There is a lot of discussion, or I don't say a lot, but there's more than enough discussion around this. Now, I'm going to mention one more thing here. You can edit this letter. So I clicked on edit, and this is very powerful for a couple of reasons. One is, if you're going to do a neighbors only open house, this letter would be your best friend. Because let's say I'm going to have a neighbors preview only open house on Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. And I want to invite all the neighbors. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this letter ready. And what I'm going to do is I clicked edit. And notice I said we're having and hopefully you can see this, NEIG 8 neighbors only open house preview at 15th Way on Thursday. And I'll just change that from 4 to 6 p.m. And you know what? If you're like when you look at the open house mastery, check this out. We're having a catered, and if I didn't spell catered right, sue me. You get my point, right? We're having a catered neighbors only open house preview. The catered open house preview could be, you can go to somewhere like Costco, right? Walmart, get a nice thing of mixed nuts. There's other Martinelli's lemonade and apple cider. And there's other very kind of inexpensive foods that you can buy where for $50, you can have a nicely catered open house preview. Very easy to do. Our open house mastery will give you a lot of ideas. Like we literally get into 15 different food ideas that would all be appropriate for an open house, right? So we're not talking guacamole dip. That's nasty, right? If it's not just you and your family and your friends eating it, right? We don't want to have that kind of nasty food or stuff at an open house. We want appropriate individual serving items. And in our open house mastery training, I think I gave 15 different food items that are perfect and mostly inexpensive. So imagine having a catered neighbors only. I'm going to edit it. We're good to go. And then I'm going to download it. So it'll download with those edits. And then I can print up 100 copies. I can go door knock with it or door drop with it as an invitation to our neighbors only open house coming up on this Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. It's going to be catered, yada, yada, yada. You get that? Does that make sense for everybody? And then here's the beautiful thing. Because you got all the data from My Plus Leads or RedX or whatever it is, and you skip traced those numbers, now I can call and I can invite the people to my open house. Here's the script. Now, because it's a neighbors only, I'm going to modify this just a little bit, but here we go. Hey, Rusty, Scott Pierce here from Listings Leads Realty. I want to let you know that we're having a neighbors only catered open house preview just for the neighbors only this Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. I dropped off a letter with all the information on it. There's a link. You can see the single property website and get more information there. But I would love to have you stop by, take a look at the property. And if you have any questions on it, I'll be there for 2 hours. Would love to see you. And oh, by the way, when this property does sell, your home value is going to change. And from what it looks like now, your home is probably 10 to 20% different than what it's showing on Zillow. So if you'd like, I could prepare a home value estimate update for you and send that over a little bit later today. Would rusty@listingsleads.com be the good email to send that to? See how great that is? Because I got their data, so I got a phone number. And even if I leave a voicemail, that is totally fine. In fact, in the beginning, especially, I'd probably like to leave voicemails so I can feel that script out, see how it sounds. People they'll get the voicemail. What they'll probably do is they'll probably just read the transcript of the voicemail. They'll see that a listing address right near them was given, and that's going to bring in some great context for your entire message, make it more appealing, right? More relevant for them. So That's why having good data can be a real good benefit to you, because it allows you to communicate with them in more ways than just a mailing, right? Or just door dropping. So hopefully that all makes sense. Like I said in the document, open houses, pendings, and just solds are the three best things to use. So let's go back to the dashboard. I'm going to scroll down, and here's a pending sold listings. And again, it could be, I could borrow a pending listing. In fact, I'm going to put a video in the mastermind group a little bit later today with more information on that. But if I have my own pending or sold listing, again, click market listing, nearby homeowner letter right here. Right again. This one now it says just sold. Again, I can edit it a little bit. So I could click edit for the letter, come down here. And for example, they know that 849 Maple Drive Granite Bay just sold at 23% above the Zillow Dusty Met with 4 offers in 34 days, right? Whatever. You get the idea. So you can don't add too much stuff, right? If you want to edit the letters, try to keep it as brief as possible to convey the information that you need. Because if you start writing too much in here, they're just not going to read it, right? And it's going to mess up the whole thing, because we want to make sure they see the URL, the QR code, the text, right? We want to make sure we see all that stuff. If you start doing too much here, it's going to take away from that. So it's awesome to edit these a little bit, right? Like I showed you with the open house. Similar here, you could do a pending, you could do the just sold. If you don't edit them and use them as is, you're going to be fine as well. No, absolutely no problem. Now, I did mention we got postcards and door hangers, and this is true for the open house, pending, all of it. Let me just show you. Here is the postcard, and they work similar. And I was just talking to a client, and she loves our postcards. She said she goes, it is so easy to use. Oh, hold on a second. So here's the front of the postcard, right? So we take the tact, right? The strategy of, it's not about you, right? It is really not about you. It's about the property. If the homeowners can see that I am making the properties in the area look beautiful, right, on point, I'm going to get more business. The business will come to me. I don't need to promote. We're going to promote ourselves for sure. But here, it's about the listing. And let me show you the back of the postcard, right? So your information is totally there, but it's not about you being number one. It's not about you, whatever. It's about how can we help you, right? How I can help you is get you information about the listing that just sold right near you. And on the back of the postcard, a great call to action for them to get their home value estimate. And so they can get their home value estimate from scanning the front of the postcard or the back. They're going to get the same lead form both ways. And then let me just show you the postcard, or not the postcard, the door hanger. Because I think the door hangers are great as well. And again, the thing I like about the door hangers, and I've talked to agents about this, is postcards get thrown away more. And so here's a door hanger for a pending listing that I borrowed. This is not my pending listing. And as you can see, and I say this every time, I don't use the street number. I use another home on. But instead of saying 786 Maple Drive, I say another home on Maple Drive. And then that way, and then I also use a picture of the street with at least a few homes in the picture, not of the listing itself, if that makes sense. Right. So now if this was my listing, it would say 786 Maple, and it would be a picture of the property. But what I want to instill in you is the idea of consistency, and there's no excuse or lack of content to use to be able to stay consistent, engage people, and generate leads. It's just you have to use it. And I know if you have more confidence, you will use it more. And so I want to make sure that you can see this does work. You don't need to spend a ton of money to get it to work. And if you spend a little bit of money up front getting the data, you're going to have a much better experience. And I think like My Plus Leads is like, I don't know, it's like as low as $50 a month, maybe. So you can start off on one plan and you can increase it later. But again, highly recommend it. Now, I mentioned that open house, pending, and sold. Those are the three best things because we can combine the idea of circle prospecting with farming, but we don't always have a listing that we can use. I just want to show you every landing page has postcard, door hanger, and letters. So let me show you here under free home values, right on the dashboard, click market list or marketing tools. And you're going to see here postcards and door hangers. And I'll show you the door hanger here. And then you can see right below there, we got farm circle prospecting letter. And then we got farm circle prospecting script. So here's the door hanger. August home sales are in. This has affected your home value. Scan the QR code, the domain right there. This is a free domain from Listings to Leads. Every one of you gets a domain like this, california.freehomevalues.net. So we're not doing those crazy 12-digit codes that look like some two-factor authentication from Microsoft, right? Oh my God, just kill me now. No, we're not doing that. That's nuts. We should just scan the QR code, drop in your address. We're going to generate leads. So they can, and the cool thing about the domain is it just looks really good and you can customize this to fit your area. So whatever that front, I got California. Oh, and there it goes. So you can customize that to whatever you want. And then I think there's 5 or 6 different domains to choose from. So you can get the perfect prefix and then the domain that works for you and start using it. Very powerful tool. So again, postcards, door hangers, we got the letters, right? Again, the letters are editable. The letters have the domain, the QR code, and the text. We got the script. And do notice in most of the scripts, there's a version when you don't use print, right? So if I'm not going to use print for whatever reason, I can still call. So there's a version when you don't use the print. And do notice again, different scripts will have different endings. And do notice here, right, the script starts off with Scott Pisha Listings to Leads and Folsom home sales for August are in and the home values have changed. It is possibly 10 to 20% different than what's on Zillow is showing. And because of that, I'm putting some detailed home equity reports together for my clients this week. You can go through that and see how that works. There's version 2. I think we're going to be coming out like versions 3 and 4 at some point. So you've got enough great content here. Every landing page, the iBuyer has it. The 100-point home marketing plan has all those same tools. You're never at a loss for content. And then I'm going to keep scrolling down. We got PDF guides for seller leads. And I'm just going to show you this one here. Again, marketing tools, postcards and door hangers. There we go. I got my postcards for the PDF guide. Again, there's a QR code on there. The back of that the back of the postcard will be similar to what it was for the listings. We've got the print flyers above. We got the script right here. We got the script right here to call on it as well. So again, I'm telling you, every single month, you got something to share with your farm. Now, I think I'm pretty much done with the typical part of this stuff that you're thinking that we're going to do, right? That's the standard stuff here for geo-farming, but it's not the fun part, huh? The fun part is becoming the star of the area, to becoming a household name. The fun is when people recognize us in our community and I saw your video. Oh, right? That people actually start actively engaging with us versus us having to always be the one that's trying to start up a conversation or all that kind of stuff. We want people coming to us, right? So that as people are coming to us, we can engage them. And if there's an opportunity to be of service, we can do that. All right. We're still going to be active salespeople. We're still going to mail and we're going to call and we're going to do ads, but we want more and more people coming to us. And to do that, we're going to become the community expert, mayor, and celebrity. We've got a number of different tools and things that we're going to be doing to make that happen. And the best part of it is all free. Everything I'm going to be talking about from here on out is absolutely free. Now, in listings to leads, as you keep scrolling down the dashboard, you're going to come to the section called short form video scripts. And sometimes if I sound a little funny, I've got braces and they're bothering me a little bit. So I apologize if I sound a little bit funny. But in that section called short form video scripts, what we do is we gather all the different national days of and different things like that. And for example, you're going to see that today is 9/11, right? We don't need to speak on that too much other than just it is what it is. So I'm not going to worry about today, but do a video about 9/11 if you want to. There's a lot of great stuff I've seen on social media that's very appropriate and respectful that I like a lot, which is awesome. But what I'm focusing on here are days that relate to local businesses. And by that, what I mean is tomorrow is Chocolate Milkshake Day. Now you may be thinking, dude, you're nuts, right? Why the hell are you talking about chocolate milkshakes? Because there's probably a business in your area that sells chocolate milkshakes, right? It could be an ice cream shop. It could be a candy shop, whatever it is. If you were to do a video about that, and I'm going to use another example, I think that'll hit home better. You're going to start leveraging their audience and growing your audience. And so let's talk about Saturday, National Eat a Hoagie Day. And if you don't know a hoagie, that's just another name for a submarine sandwich or any kind of sandwich on a long roll. It's National Eat a Hoagie Day. Sandwich shops are popular. A lot of people eat sandwiches. A lot of people don't, but a lot of people do. And so I have got a script for you. And the idea is that you're going to look up on Yelp, and this is what I do, right? So I look at the day in listings to leads and I say, today is our National Eat a Hoagie Day is coming up. Like, let's go there. And then we'll come back to that in a second. Let's go to the dashboard. And right below that on that document, I've got the script I'm going to walk you through. So again, just scroll down and here we go. Short form video scripts and National Eat a Hoagie Day. Here's a script. And then right here, this is a great script to use if you want to begin with. And you can see, I can scroll to later. So look at National Linguine Day. So keep that in mind as I go through this example. Guacamole Day on September 16th. That's an awesome one. If I come back here, we've got Chocolate Milkshake, like I said, is tomorrow. Eat a Hoagie Day is Saturday. So there's 4 in the next week that you can do what I'm going to show you with. Easy. Like I said, pick the day. We're going to refer to National Eat a Hoagie Day. Find a local business or place related to that day on Yelp, and then look them up on Instagram. And this is what I do. Saturday is National Eat a Hoagie Day. I went to Yelp. I looked up sandwich shops. I found a couple that looked really good. And then what I do is I go to Instagram to make sure they got a good Instagram page, because what we're going to be doing is posting up to Instagram. We'll put it on Facebook as well, but Instagram is usually where you get a lot of the engagement from. Then I'm going to use the script below and I'm going to record a video at that place. And then when I post the video, I'm going to tag the business. I'm going to add the business as the location of where I'm at. And then I'm also going to use the hashtag for the business, right? So whatever their Instagram name is, I'm going to use that as the hashtag, as one of them. I can do more. And these videos are going to endear you. They're going to get people to like you faster. They're going to get people to know you faster. They're going to help you build relationships with business owners as you get better and as you get more consistent with it. These videos are going to be your passport to becoming a local celebrity in your area, combined with a few other things that we're going to talk about. So here's my video script. It's so ridiculously easy that you might dismiss it, but listen, here we go. Hey, everybody. So imagine this is me and I'm doing a video. I might have the sandwich in my hand. The sandwich might be in front of me, but I'm at the sandwich shop. So I'm recording this video. Hey, everybody. It's National Eat a Hoagie Day. Scott Pierce here at Listening to Leads. And if you guys have not had a hoagie, which is really just the same thing as a sandwich on a roll from Roundhouse Deli, you all are missing out. They've got the best Reubens. The pastrami is amazing. Their hamburgers are awesome as well. It is so good here. But let me know what your favorite sandwich shop is today on National Eat a Hoagie Day, and we'll talk to you soon. Right? Something like that. Nothing overly complicated, because what we're doing here is after we post that video, we tag them, hashtag them, add the location. More of the people tied to their page are going to see our video. The people that like their page, right? Confirmation bias, they're going to be like, oh, I like this place. Scott likes this place. I almost like Scott. I wonder what else about Scott that I like. Because I'm following our social media mastery course, they're going to see different listings, different things on different guides, because you're following our geo-farm, right? And this stuff here, they're going to see things on other local businesses that they may like as well, and other things. So they're going to start getting to see our business. They're going to start seeing us. So I just showed you tomorrow is National Chocolate Milkshake Day. Is that what it was? How easy would this be to just convert that to an ice cream shop with chocolate shakes? Guacamole Day was, I think, on the 16th. And then there was something else before that, a Linguine Day. I'm sure there's an Italian restaurant near you that you could record that video at, right? And it's just awesome, right? Great little videos. And it's not like a random local review video. You're relating the fact that it's Chocolate Milkshake Day. It's National Linguine Day. It's National Guacamole Day. So it's a little bit of fun, a little bit of education, right? A little bit of identification with people as we're liking things that they like. Absolutely awesome. I'll tell you, in fact, I had a client. This guy is 60 years old. Average guy, not Bruce Willis, not Brad Pitt, any of these guys, just an average guy like any of us. He was looking at these scripts for months. And he goes, I finally started just doing the videos. He goes, I just started doing them. And within 4 to 5 months, he is getting now 10,000 views on some of his videos. He said 15 to 16,000 views on his more popular videos. But you don't start off that way. You just got to get into doing it. You're going to improve a little by little. You might not be that good in the beginning, but in the beginning, you're probably getting 15, 50, maybe 100 views, whatever. That's fine. We're not looking for that. We're looking for 500 to 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. We're not playing around with 3-digit numbers. We're trying to get to 4 and 5-digit numbers for our content. So start doing those videos. Don't worry about it if you're not great at it. You're only going to get great is if you keep on doing it. And if Leo can do it, you can do it. The only thing Leo did that you haven't done is he started doing it, kept improving at it. And now he's got great success in doing it. And you're going to get more and more of their audiences. Here is another great, easy script. This is in the account. I'll show you where it's at, but you can use this script anywhere you want. So for example, there is a new cafe not too far away that just opened up. It's real nice. It's really good. And I want to go do a video there. And so if I take this script right here, hey, everybody, Scott here at the World Travelers, and brand new cafe. They just opened up a couple of weeks ago. It's my first time being able to get over here. But if you guys like almond milk lattes, they are amazing. They're so good. Yeah, let me know what you think. Do we offer? Comment below your favorite item. So this script, again, just like the script we did before, introducing yourself, where are you at? What are you trying? Ask people what they like, have them comment below. It's easy. And again, I'm going to tag the business. I'm going to use the location, and then I'm going to hashtag them as well in my video. And all these videos, I didn't say it before, but hopefully it's obvious. I'm going to put them on Instagram, right? As a reel and a story. I'm going to put them on Facebook. And if I'm on TikTok, I'll put it on TikTok as well. I'm going to put it everywhere that I can or as I feel appropriate for my business. And if you got a Facebook business page, put that in your Facebook business page. Why wouldn't you? So you could do one of these videos every day of the week, right? This video right here works. Check this out. And in the video that I'll point you to, I show you cafe, park, dentist office, hiking trail, biking trail, dog park, cat park, right? This script would work everywhere except the cat park. I've never seen a cat park. Keep the idea of national days of, local reviews and things like that. You can get so much traction from that alone. The second thing I want you to be thinking about, and this is even more, I think this is even more engaging, which is to promote local charities. And I'm going to show you a live example. Absolutely free. You're not volunteering money. You're not volunteering time. You can if you want to. But here, what we're going to be doing is I want you to identify some local charities in your area. People, think about local charities, right? People that are involved with them are absolutely passionate about what they're doing, right? People don't volunteer and donate and work at charities and support charities, right, for no reason. They're usually pretty passionate about it. And so we want to be able to leverage that and be able to add value to that process. So make a list of some local charities, and these could be nonprofits. So is there a local community theater group, local SPCA, Habitat for Humanity, Goodwill, Salvation Army, shelters, right? Foster, oh my gosh, right? Foster care, my God, that's right. How can you help out, promote different maybe charity events that they're having, right? You already get the idea, right? You see where I'm going with this. Go to their website, look at their calendar of events. Most of them will have one because most of them do want to have events where they can bring in donations. So in my local area, coming up on October 5th, 2024, the Placer County SPCA is having bar. So I just went to their website and I grabbed that image, grabbed the text and edited it a little bit. And here's my post. So I got a post where I'm promoting the local Placer SPCA. I can also drop this as an email, but I'm also going to record a video about it. I'm going to record a video promoting Barktoberfest on October 5th to all the local people in my area. And you know how dogs are, right? Dog lovers are going to be all over that. And you know what that would be? That would also be, that could be something you could put into Nextdoor. If you're in a Nextdoor group, that would be something you could drop into Nextdoor. I wouldn't put my logo in the video, right? Keep it cool. But this is the kind of content that is so shareable, right? It could almost be like a mini viral video in your local area. It really could. So find, again, nonprofits, community groups, charities, right? You get my point. Make a list, go to the websites, their event calendar, and then start seeing what you can promote to your audience. Because here's the thing, this stuff is like free content. Because I can take that, let me see, I think we're, yeah, all right. Yeah, I can take that post, I could just drop this into an email and email it to my database. What a phenomenal email. And that's what I mean by free content, because there's only so many times I can send a listing to my database. There's only so many times I can send an email about a PDF guide to my database. But if I had, and I can do, I'm doing that. And then this comes along, I could send this to my database. And I am sure with all of the different groups in your area, you could probably do a video, a post, and an email like this, probably once a week. Can you imagine what your business would look like as you're promoting not only local businesses, and as you get better, the local business owners are going to love you. They're like, oh my gosh, here comes Scott. He's going to do a video, right? He tagged me a couple of months ago and I got 500 views, and I've been following him and he's getting up to 2,000 views on his videos. And so I can't wait for him to do a video for me. Then they see me doing a video about the local SPCA. I know, in fact, let me show you here. I'll show you one more thing here. If I go to Habitat for Humanity, right? September 21st, coming up, they're having a hard hats and high heels gala. Why would I not do a quick video? Hey, everybody, Scott Pierce here. I want to make sure you know that Habitat for Humanity is having their 11th annual hard hats and high heels gala on September 21st at 6 p.m. If you haven't got your ticket yet, just DM or comment below. I'll send you a link, or just go ahead and Google Habitat for Humanity hard hats and high heels gala. If you go, I'd love for you to comment below and let us know how it was. Make sense? And again, I could drop that into an email. Hey, everybody, I want to let you know that that Habitat for Humanity is having their hard hats and high heels gala. Hopefully you're going to do that before it gets too close so people can plan a little bit. But you get the idea of using local charities, nonprofits, and community groups for you to promote them, and then for you to get to know those people, to know their constituents, to know their supporters, to know the people that promote them as well. I'm just going to bring more business to you. Because again, we don't do this in a vacuum. We don't sit there all day long and go, how many charities can I promote? How many local businesses can I promote? No, but it is a part of our overall strategy of, as we're marketing listings, as we're marketing offers to home sellers and home buyers, as we're marketing PDF guides of 5 dangers of overpricing your home, the ultimate guide to selling your home, right? That business stuff, we're going to incorporate and we're going to intersperse some of this local community stuff with that. That is how we are going to convert our farm into something that is not a loss leader for 9 months, but that we're going to start getting business within a couple of months. Within 2 to 3 months, we should be able to start getting business out of our farm. And I would say within 4 to 5 months that we're absolutely positive on the income that we're making from it. So with that, any other questions or comments? I'm pretty much done. Oh, a lot of people today. Good to see everybody. Can't believe everybody stayed on. I think we lost 1 people this whole hour. That's awesome. So any questions on any of this that we covered? I think it's a lot simpler than you probably thought it was, right? I don't look at hybrid farming 2.0 stuff. I just look at all of the stuff is related and it's a layer, right? Let me bring up our YouTube channel so that you can make sure you have access to all the videos. So give me 1 second. So I'm going to bring that up for you. And again, it's just youtube.com/listings to lead. But let me see here if I can. Hey, there we go. So again, youtube.com/listings to leads. And if you go to playlist right here, playlist, and then real estate mastery, this is where all the videos from this video series are being put. Right. So check that out. A lot of great videos and stuff here. Someone says, how did you get to send the just sold letters? Yes. Great question. So when you log in, you're going to be dropped onto the dashboard, which is where I'm at right here. Now, if you don't have the listing in your account, yours or borrowed, ask our support team. They can help you out with that. But in the same here for pending and sold, just click market listing and nearby homeowner letter right there. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6th item down, nearby homeowner letter. And there's 3 different versions. Download, edit. And I didn't show you, but print and mail. I figure I don't necessarily need to show you how the print mail part works, right? You just click it and you just go through the wizard to print and mail. And then you got the postcards and door hangers right below that. And then you got the script, right? You can get a mailing list from Express Copy, or if you used a program like My Plus Leads or RedX, you can do mail to my list. And then you can upload your list. Or if you're doing a door hanger, you might do shipped to me. And again, if I'm using the letter, I'm gonna print it at my office. It wasn't my listing, but I sold it. Yeah, for sure. But you know what you do? Here, let me show you. So click add listing, and you'll probably have to do it manually, which is fine, right? Adding a pending or sold listing is the best content creation in the industry. So you can go just sold selling agent. So that's if you sold it, right? And that way, what we're going to do. So Jessica, here, let me show you something. If I go to my listings page, if you mark it as just sold selling agent, we're going to flip all the language around to represent the fact that you represented the buyer, not the seller. So I think I've got one here. Sold. Yeah. Let me flip just sold selling agent. And so again, if it was not your listing, but you said you sold us, that was your buyer. So just as you add it, do it as just sold selling agent. You get the letter, the postcard, the script, the e-flyer for the seller to share with their friends. What a great tool that is, right? When you sell a listing, my gosh, make sure the seller gets a social media post and the e-flyer so they can share that with their sphere and family, because those are like referral leads. Those are so awesome. I would make sure I do the Facebook ad as well, do the social media posts. So just do the whole marketing plan, Jessica. Make sense? Any other questions? We good to go? Thank you all for joining us. Make sure to get in the mastermind group. If you have any feedback for me on doing these calls, I love your feedback. On doing these Mondays, we do social media mastery, where we literally go through and plan out the entire week for social media together. On Tuesdays, we're doing the database mastery call, where we go through the different emails available in listings to leads and either send or schedule them out. We want to make sure that we're doing at a minimum 2 to our buyer leads, 2 to our seller leads. We walk through the scripts that we're going to use. It's not about just passively sending out an email, but it's about being a professional salesperson. So we want to make sure that we put in some phone calls to these leads. We got scripts for all of that. And then today, obviously, we do geo-farming and circle prospecting. Everybody, look, it looks like there's no more questions. So thank you for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon. And make sure to get in the mastermind group and check out the expired webinar for tomorrow. That is going to be so awesome. And I'm sure somebody will get a listing within 2 weeks if they start implementing our expired listing module. Talk to you soon, everybody. Have a great week.